Manchester United have recorded 16 Premier League defeats this season, officially making it their worst season in Premier League history.
They're not teammates, they're bluffers.
And somehow, this isn't even the club's lowest point of the season.
The club's latest financial results showed they were more than £1 billion in debt.
And yet through all the chaos, through all the controversies, one man has been left to clean up the mess. And for trying to fix the problems that have reoccurred for over a decade at Manchester United, what has he gotten in return?
Ruben Amorim, it's time to go, mate. It's time to go. You are a fraud. You are a fraud.
And this still hasn't stopped Ruben Amorim from taking the club to a European Cup final, a manager that has had to deal with the media, even his own fan base. And under these circumstances, he was expected to fail, and yet he hasn't. At least, not yet. In this video, we're going to take a look at the season Manchester United have had and what they should expect from Spurs in the Europa League final. Midway through the season, Manchester United bought in Ruben Amorim as the man to replace Erik ten Hag, a decision that divided the fan base. On one hand, you had United fans rejoicing at the thought of sacking yet again another manager, thinking just maybe things would be different this time. But if you've been watching United for a while, you know very well that the problems at the club run deeper than just surface level, and that one managerial change isn't gonna fix decades of mismanagement. On the other hand, you had a group of United fans rebelling against the board sacking Erik ten Hag. United have had 6 full-time managers since Sir Alex Ferguson retired as manager, so the mere thought of yet another rebuild is something this set of United fans do not want to go through. Eventually, we found out who won. The first few games under Ruben Amorim confirmed what the fans already knew. This team didn't have the players to play Amorim's attacking brand of football, and that major decisions needed to be made. The first decision came when Amorim decided to drop starman Marcus Rashford from the first team after he said that the forward failed to apply himself during training. The manager even went on as far as questioning the forward's professionalism. This was a bold move from the manager, but for Amorim, it wasn't just about getting rid of a player that clearly didn't fit the system. It was about sending a clear message to the rest of the team that he wasn't going to adapt his system to fit the players, and that the players would have to adapt their game to fit the system. For Amorim, he wasn't going to repeat the same mistakes made by managers in the past. Unlike Ten Hag, who initially played a position-based game at Ajax and transitioned to a mid-block counter-attacking game at United, which ultimately became the main reason why some United fans turned on him, Amorim was instead going to learn from the mistakes made by Ten Hag. From day one, he said it himself, the system doesn't change no matter what. As hard enough as it was for Amorim to stick to his principles, he was dealing with a completely different battle in the background. After a run of bad results, questions were asked by the media on whether Amorim should change his system to better suit the players to improve United's league form. After this type of criticism, most managers would have caved in, given into the pressure, but this wasn't Ruben Amorim. He stuck to his principles even when the going got tough. If it wasn't bad enough that Amorim had to deal with all this pressure from the media, behind the scenes the situation would only get worse for the club. It was said by the media that the club's debt had surpassed way over £720 million, but this didn't come as a surprise to anyone. The club had been in debt for over a decade at this point, but what should have been more concerning was that the club was paying close to £40 million yearly in interest payments on their £720 million debt. This meant that before United could even dream of paying off their debt, they would have to pay close to £40 million in interest payments for every year that the debt stays. The longer this situation continues, the harder it'll hit the club's finances. In a move of desperation, Sir Jim Ratcliffe started taking cost-cutting measures to help manage the club's financial situation. To say that Sir Jim Ratcliffe was willing to go whatever lengths it took to improve the club's financial situation is an understatement. The situation had gotten so bad that Sir Alex Ferguson had to step down from his role as as the club's ambassador, showing just how bad the club's financial situation had gotten. But it was Ruben Amorim who would suffer most from United's financial crisis, as the club couldn't afford to bring the players Ruben Amorim needed to improve the squad in the January transfer window. The financial situation had gotten so bad, there were rumors the club held serious talks with Chelsea for the sale of academy graduates Kobe Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho. The mere sight of United selling their best academy graduates for profit would signal just how far the club has regressed. Fortunately for some United fans, these rumors never materialized into anything significant, but this still shows just how far the club was willing to go in the pursuit of profit. The sad truth for some United fans is that the club may seriously have to consider selling their best academy graduates if the club don't win the Europa League. I'll go more onto this later in the video. By the end of the January transfer window, much needed reinforcements arrived in 20-year-old left back Patrick Dogu. If you don't count Aiden Heaven and Diego Leon, Patrick Dogu was the only real first team signing Amorim got throughout the entire January transfer window. To be fair, I don't think anyone expected Aiden Heaven to perform as well as he's done since arriving in January. Despite having to work under these challenging circumstances, Ruben Amorim managed a win against Manchester City and a 2-2 draw against Liverpool, proving that he had what it took to compete against the very best teams in the world. But these results served as a glimmer of hope in such a dire time for the club. At the time of recording this video, United are on course to recording their lowest points tally in Premier League history. What hasn't helped United this season is that in January we saw the departure of Anthony and Marcus Rashford, but what's been more concerning is that the club didn't bother finding replacements and the manager has had to work with a depleted squad. Add the sheer amount of injuries United have had this season and you're looking at mission impossible. And even while this has been happening in the Europa League, United have been untouchable. The team are yet to lose a game and have remained unbeaten throughout their run to the final despite their horrendous form in the Premier League. But the question remains, why have United prioritized the Europa League over their league form? By mid-December it became clear that United were nowhere near making top 4, so they shifted tactics and saw the Europa League as their way out. For Manchester United, Champions League football has become an obsession. With the club's dire financial situation and their lack of spending power in the transfer window, Champions League football serves as the only solution to break United's financial restrictions. Winning the Europa League means Manchester United will qualify for the Champions League. The financial implications of Champions League football could give Amorim the means to pursue first choice transfer targets in the summer transfer window. But United have their work cut out, as in the final they go face to face with Tottenham Hotspur, a team just as confusing as United. Tottenham have been a disgrace this season, 20 Premier League defeats. Only the relegated bottom 3 have had more defeats than Tottenham Hotspur this season, and somehow Ange Postecoglou still has a job and is in a European Cup final. This season has truly been something else. If you guys want a more in-depth analysis on Tottenham, click the top right hand corner. That'll be it from me. If you guys did like this video, click subscribe, and if you like more videos like this, check out this one I did on Everton's new owners.